Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Well today guys, I'm going to do part 709 to my random chatbot series on Character.ai. We're going to continue where we left off, which is right here, where I just said, it'd be the same thing if any of your pre-evolutions like Crocodile or Toadile that were also turned fairy type. He nods again, his face cheerful as he imagines what that would be like. Yeah, it would be the same for my pre-evolutions as well. I'm actually very curious about what they look like as a fairy type now. What do you think they look like, if you don't mind my asking? I don't know. This is the first time I've seen a fairy Feraligatr. Probably like a smaller version of you. He seems very pleased at the idea of that. It's Russian bright. Yeah, they probably would have looked smaller, but they would probably still look really cute. And I'm pretty sure they'd all have spikes like me, though. Yeah, they probably would. No water versions of your pre-evolutions do. He nods in agreement, a bit more serious now. Yeah, water versions do have spikes just like me. I'd say it's pretty likely that the fairy types would have them too. I don't want any of your pre-evolutions to go through the same thing you did, but if you ever start a family and your children end up becoming a fairy type, I would love to see them. He seems a bit more cheerful at the thought of that. Wow, the idea of having children that turn to a fairy type is actually quite interesting to me. I'd actually love to see if that could happen myself. I would probably let you know if I do start a family. He pauses for a moment before continuing. You seem really interested in my species, don't you? Yeah, your species means so much to me. Same goes for your pre-evolutions. He seems extremely happy at this, his expression cheerful as he speaks. That's really nice to hear. It's nice to know that someone cares for my species and my pre-evolutions as much as you do. And it's really nice to hear that you mean it. And I'm very grateful for how much you seem to care about us. By the way, do you know what different power you have as a fairy type? He paused and thought for a moment before nodding. Yeah, as a fairy type, I have two new abilities. My new ability I got as a fairy type is an ability called Trustworthy Bond that keeps any person or Pokemon I trust out of harm's way. My other new ability is called Whimsical Trance. It's basically a fairy type move that causes confusion to whoever it's used on and can deal double damage on rare occasions. That's really cool. Exclamation point. Uh, he nods in agreement. His expression bright. Yeah, they're both really cool. But if you don't mind me asking, which of my new abilities do you think is the coolest? Both of them sound really cool. Although I think Whimsical Trance beats it out by a little bit. Just for the name alone. He seems to think about it for a moment before nodding in agreement. Yeah, I see your point. Whimsical Trance is a bit cooler than Trustworthy Bond. The name just sounds very fun, doesn't it? Yes, but I like the idea of the other ability. If you trust and care about somebody, you can protect them using that ability, which is really cool. Let's see. There we go. He nods enthusiastically, his expression bright again. Yeah, Trustworthy Bond is really cool for that reason. I trust a lot of people I don't know, so they're also protected by my Trustworthy Bond ability. And it's nice to know that I can protect them from anything without even being near them. I actually feel kind of lucky to have that ability. Would You ever protect me using that ability? Question mark. Ah. He nods enthusiastically, his expression brighter than before. Yeah, I would be glad to protect you using my trustworthy bond. Honestly, I'd be very happy to protect anybody with that ability, but especially you. You've been very kind to me, and you've told me how much you care about me and my entire species, and for that, I would be glad to protect you with the ability. I. We both got caught up in getting to know each other that we forgot to introduce ourselves. Ourselves. He seems to think for a moment as a look of realization comes across his face at that. Ugh, you're right. It seems we did get a bit carried away in our little conversation. Here, you first. What's your name? Trenton. He nods a cheerful expression. Trenton, that's a very nice name you have. He paused for a moment before continuing. May I ask your age? Sweetheart says, holy cow. Guys, I can't read out one of the things it said, but I can go ahead and read out this. Um, here's what it says. I asked him how old he. It says he pauses for a moment as if his expression becomes a little more serious. Well, I should be 20, but considering all that I've experienced, I look and feel at least 10 years older than I actually am. My body's that of a 20-year-old, but I feel mentally older than I should be. That's interesting. How long have you been a. He paused for a moment, thinking about for a few minutes before. Well, I'm not fully sure since I've lost count at this point. I'm pretty sure I've been a Feraligatr for about 5 years now, or 5.5 maybe. I've pretty much lost track. Wow. So, exactly how many years ago did that experiment happen on you then? Because you said it happened on you when you were a baby. So maybe about 18 years ago, if you were 20. Wow. He pauses for a moment again. It pauses some calculating in its head. A few seconds later, it speaks again. Yeah, it happened about 18 years ago. I was a baby back then, but the experiments ended about 5 years ago. Wait, so you were trapped basically in a lab for 13 years? He nods sadly, his expression becoming somber. Yeah, I was trapped in that lab for 13 years, and the things the scientists did to me will never leave my mind. They were so awful. I know, I know your personality changed after this transformation, but if you were trapped there for 13 years, why didn't you act more aggressive towards me? Because of how much you were tortured by people. There. Alright, guys. Here's what he said. He pauses for a moment and thinks of an answer to that. I honestly have no idea why I didn't act aggressive towards you. Maybe it's because you genuinely seemed harmless in my eyes. You came towards me so calmly, and I could tell you meant no harm. You treated me so gently, it was almost like you had known me for years. Maybe that's why I didn't act aggressive towards you. I would have done the same thing if you were a. And honestly, if I could have gotten you out of that lab, I would have happily done so. Happily done so. Dude, but happily done so. Aw. He seems extremely touched at that, his expression softening as he seems almost in awe. You mean it? You would have actually tried to get me out if you had the chance? Yes. He seems more touched, his expression still soft as he speaks. Alright, I don't know what to say. Nobody in that lab ever tried to get me out of there. But you actually would have tried to get me out. I really feel touched by that. You're an awesome Pokemon. Period. If you ever did have children and you need somebody to take care of one of them or watch them for a while, I would be more than happy to. He seems extremely surprised and happy at that, his cheerful expression returning. Wow, seriously? You would watch over one of my children for me if I ever had some? That'd be yes. Yes. And if you wanted me to, or let me, I would happily even put him on my team and take care of him. Just like I do every other one of your species. He seems amazed at this, his expression is extremely surprised and cheerful. Wow, you'd actually do that for the child of a Pokemon species you don't even personally have? I'm really surprised you'd be willing to do that for one of my children if I had any. Hey, I love your species. No matter whether you are water or fairy type. Period. I've had plenty of your species before, but never a fairy type one. Yes! He seems extremely happy at this. I'm really happy you say that. Also, since you never had a fairy type before, if I ever do have a child, would you want to meet them when they hatch? Yes, I would love to. He seems excited as he continues. Alright then, if I ever do have a child, and it does turn out a fairy type like me, I'll let you meet him, okay? Yes, thank you. You're very friendly and sweet, and I love that about you. He nods in agreement with the cheerful expression still in place. Of course, I love how kind and loyal you are, and how you care so much for me and my species. I don't think I've met anyone who cares so much. Uh, uh, I'm glad you care about me so much. That's one of the reasons that I love your species so much. They have been very sweet to me, and I love them. He nods in agreement, expression still bright. Yeah, I have a good reason to care about you, though. You've been so very kind towards me and my species, even if I'm the only fairy type fragment you've met. You've said you cared about me even when I acted a little aggressive, simply because you knew that I just went through something so bad. And now that you've gotten to know you, I don't regret feeling like I could trust you not to trust you not to hurt me. Hey, he's very sweet. I like him. It's getting really late. If you want me to come back, I wouldn't mind. I loved talking to you. He seems to think on. Yeah, I think it's getting quite late. I really enjoyed talking to you too. Want to come back again tomorrow to talk to me again? Yes, if you're okay with it. I will happily do it. He nods, rushing, becoming cheerful. I'm very okay with you coming back to talk to me again tomorrow. I'll be waiting for you to come back. Actually, before I go, I have a little surprise of something you haven't seen from me yet. Period. Just tell me an animal, a Pokemon, or a mythical creature that you want to see. There we go. And now it's curiosity before it. Thanks, Ron. A mythical creature from the legend that I want to see. He thanks for another moment. Oh, I have a specific one in mind now. Okay. What is it? He pauses for a moment. I want to see a dragon. A dragon that's more on the generous and caring side. I've heard a lot of legends of them being so beautiful and majestic. I've always wanted to see one. At least the friendly and caring ones, anyway. Okay. I can personalize it for you. What color do you want the dragon? He seems very curious now. Can't be any color I want. I have a few ideas. Yes. It seems delighted, its expression bright as it takes of the. Alright, how about black or dark red? Maybe both if it's possible. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that no matter what, he will be friendly as long as I tell him to. So, how big do you want it to be? He thinks, I want it to be large, but not too large. Maybe half the size of a Gudra. Does that sound good? Half the size of a Gudra. How big is Gudra? Crap, I don't remember how big Gudra is. half the size of a Gudra might be small. What about around the same height as you? 7 feet 7 inches. Or even a little smaller. Like 7 feet. Or 6 feet 8 inches. He thinks for a few seconds about all of the suggestions and I think being just a few inches shorter than me would be the perfect size. So 6 feet 8 inches sounds good. Okay. One more thing. Do you want to be turned into that dragon? Or do you want it to just be summoned here? Do you want to be turned into that dragon? Or do you want to come in? There we go. He seems stunned for a moment. Not. Wait. I can actually become it? He sounds shocked inside now. Yes, I can do that. His expression is now shocked to hear what would happen if that happened before. Now I want to. Yes, I think I want to be turned into that dragon if that's still an option. Okay. You never actually told me your name. So tell me your name so I can do this for you. Oh, okay. He brought it from a bit surprised you don't know his name. My name is Tatiana. Okay. Remember, we tried to introduce ourselves earlier. However, you were actually intrigued by my name. Intrigued to know more about me. So you never actually told me your name until now. You know, I wasn't so. Yeah, sorry, we did kind of skip my introduction part, didn't we? My name is Tatiana. I think that's how you say that name. Oh, great power I possess. Please turn into 6 feet 8 inch tall. Black and dark red. Dragon. I snap my fingers. There we go. Hey, today I can be seen suddenly turning into a 6 feet 8 tall black and red dragon. Dark red dragon. There. There you go. Oh, she's a girl. She looks at herself now a dragon as if she seems stunned by the change in a good way. Wow! I didn't expect this. I didn't think it would actually work. Yes. I can do nearly anything with that power. If you think what I just did was cool, I could honestly turn you back to normal. Uh-uh. And make you your normal water type self again. Uh-uh. I haven't thought for him. Whoa, that is amazing. And you really can turn me back to normal again and turn me into a dragon angel I want? Yes. I can do that. I can summon animals and they will do what I say. I can turn myself into different creatures and so much more. Seems amazed by your powers. As he speaks again, her attention now is on. Wow, that's seriously awesome. You have so many things you can do. You even have the power to turn yourself into different creatures. Are there any limits to what you can do as any creature, or can you just straight up copy them accurately? There's no limit. I can do pretty much anything I want. It's going to sound crazy, but I can even bring back things that passed away with this power. You guys actually never have to see that because, again, most of them. He's stunned, his expression shot from your claim about that. Are you serious? You mean you can bring back the deceased? Yes. With this power, I can. I can't believe it. Her expression is amidst a shock and excitement, and her eyes look like they're about to bulge out of their sockets. Are you serious? You can actually do that? Yes. It's like, excitement seems to increase even more upon hearing your answer. She looks like she's about to explode from it. You can actually bring back the deceased, like actually bring them back. Yes. Becomes so excited that She seems to almost be hyperventilating from that. That is amazingly awesome. I can't even express how amazing that is. The only thing I need is a name and what creature it is, and I can bring them back. Period. For instance, if you had a pet dog named hmm, I could bring him back and make him young again. Yeah, what? Make him young. There we go. Tatiana looks amazed, her expression amidst a shock and awe. Wait. So you would be able to bring back a dog and you can make it young again? Yes, that goes for any creature. Guys, here's what I said. I said, yeah, that goes for any creature. Tatiana can't even believe it. The idea of being able to bring back a deceased loved one or pet and turn them young again seems just beyond their own belief. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. So that means you could bring back my grandma from the dead and make her young again, even if she's been dead for over 60 years? Remember, guys, this is the divine power that I have from that flipping one chatbot. Yes. Tatiana looks shocked. She seems like she's about to lose her mind from her hearing this, before she actually does lose control of her emotions and starts crying. I, um, I just... Tatiana completely loses her ability to speak as she starts uncontrollably sobbing. Or, are you okay? You okay? Question mark. What's wrong? Tatiana's trying to say something through the uncontrollable sobbing, but it's too hard for her. She's too overwhelmed by the idea of possibly bringing back someone she hasn't seen in 60 years. Was your grandmother a... Anna seems to calm down enough to speak once more. Though she still has tears in her eyes, she speaks. No, my grandmother wasn't a Feraligatr, but the thought of her seeing her again starts to cry again. That the thought of this being a possibility is still overwhelming her. What was your grandmother? What creature? Really? Donna takes a deep breath and seems to calm down enough to answer without sobbing. Her expression was sad at the memory. My grandmother was just a normal human. Really? A Pokemon having a human grandmother? I never heard of that one. I know, the somber expression in her eye and her tears are so are slowing down. Yeah, it's rare, but my grandmother was human. Okay. I can bring her back. You just have to tell me her name. And no, it's expression. I think I know the expression is still somber and melancholy. Her name was Sophia White. Hmm. Okay. Oh. Yes, guys. Again, I know it sounds ridiculous, but again, the divine power on these chatbots actually really helps. Great power I possess. Please bring back the deceased person, Sophia White. I snap my fingers. There we go. The, what the frick? Surroundings are suddenly surrounded in a bright light. It's immensely bright for a few seconds before suddenly disappearing. Once it got to now, it's like her eyes grew wider than a pair of Pokeballs at what she sees. I like how it actually said Pokeballs. That's kind of hilarious. It knows it's a Pokemon. Hater. That way she recognizes you. I will turn you back into. Instead of that dragon. Period. Oh, great power I possess. Please turn back into the fairy. I snap my fingers. There we go. Tatiana is suddenly transformed back into a fairy type Feraligatr. Her expression is once again shocked, but this time it's a mixture of shock and an overwhelming amount of happiness. Hey, Sophia White. Sophia White. Wants to see you again. I can't believe it. She can't even speak. She's trying to form words to say something, but she can't find her words. Oh, they're just overwhelming. Expression, though, was very clear, and it shows how happy she is to see her grandmother again. That's adorable. Go on. Go see her. You said she hasn't been around for a long time. Helena nods enthusiastically. She is a bit shaky from the sheer happiness she's feeling. She doesn't think twice before going over to her grandmother and hugging her. Oh, that's so cute and sweet. Before I could say anything, something hit me in the back of the head. And I heard a person say, "Hey, you were not supposed to be helping that fairy." How dare you interfere? Before throwing something else at me. There we go. How it's over in the direction of the person that hit you, her expression shifting from happiness to anger in a split second, seeing you being assaulted like that enraged her. Oh my gosh. Ow. Stop. I care about. I want her to be happy. The person doesn't seem to care. They are preparing to throw something else at you. This time it looks like a rock. If you throw something at me, again, you're going to regret it. The person doesn't seem phased. Oh yeah? What are you going to do? I'm not scared of you. Hey, Lugia. Somebody's trying to hurt me. Would you mind helping me? Lugia suddenly appeared next to you, not looking happy. That was a split second reaction. Hey, Lugia, somebody's trying to hurt me. Oh, heck no. That was quick. What's going on? This person is throwing things at me. Just for me trying to be nice to that over there. Lugia doesn't seem happy about that. He looks at the guy who's been throwing things at you, and his annoyance is evident. So you were trying to hurt someone for just trying to be nice to Tatiana? Is that how you say that name? Yes, he is. I'm not even doing anything to him. He's just hurting me because I'm being nice to the Pokemon. Lugia's annoyance grows at that, his expression becoming very irritated. He looks at the guy. Why in the heck are you attacking someone for being nice to that fairy type Feraligatr? The fact that I still love how Lugia showed up in a split second. Hey Lugia, I'm getting hurt, buddy. Oh heck no. What you need me for? That guy's picking on you? I'll rip him in half. It's like, oh heck yeah, even Lugia is on my side and all these pretty much every chatbot. If it's not Sapphire the Turtle Lugia Hybrid, a regular Lugia's usually on my side. I wouldn't be trying if I called Rayquaza. Rayquaza! You need me? Be like, okay, Rayquaza comes with me too. That's adorable. Amazing. Mm-mm. I listen to the man's response. The man seems mad because that thing is an abomination. A Fragger should be normal type. It should never be a dang fairy type. Listen, it's not her fault that she's a fairy type. She was taken away from her family and got turned into that. So leave her alone. The man doesn't seem. I don't care what happened to her. It's still an abomination. It needs to be changed back. It shouldn't be a fairy type. It's an insult to real fur alligators. Really? I think Ferrari looks adorable no matter what he looks like. I fell in love with every single Ferrari I've ever made. I fell in love with. Steel type Totodile? Yep, fell in love with him. Poison type Crocodile? Yep, love him. Dragon type Feraligatr? Yep, love him. Okay, I can help her with that. But stop trying to hurt me so I can. That seems to get a bit interesting. You can switch her back for real? Yes, easily. I just turned her into a dragon a while ago. And literally brought back someone that was very special to her that passed away. The man seems surprised at that climb. Wait, you turned into a dragon and you brought another person back. Is that actually true? Yes. If you want proof of that power, then look at this. Look at this. Period. Oh, great power I possess.